All right, guys, so believe it or not, UC Berkeley, a ultra-liberal woke college, had a debate about trans rights that did not get overrun with leftists, right? It seems like a civil conversation actually took place, which is a rarity in today's political discourse, especially at the academic level in college, okay? These woke revolutionaries don't want to hear opposing opinions whatsoever when it comes to politics. However, we did have a debate here that I want to go show you guys a clip from that surrounded the question of trans women, if they're actually women, and if so, should they legally be treated as women? That's the question. And I want to show you guys a clip from a molecular geneticist, somebody that I feel is probably very qualified to speak on this topic, actually speaking the truth about this topic, okay? And this clip is actually amazing, as this molecular geneticist is almost going to break down in tears over this topic that she feels is very near and dear to her as a woman, okay? But before I get in there, I just want to let you guys know, if you like my channel, you support my channel, you can check out some of my merch, including my donkeypox shirt, the disease that's affecting America, or my hashtag no days off / hard work patriotic t-shirts, or my MAGA Hub shirts. You can check those shirts out at my website, gforemanbcp.com. Get 20% off using discount code gforemanbcp. So without further ado, let's go ahead and roll this clip. Take a look.
Yeah. Trans women should be legally treated as women. Tell me why you're strongly disagreeing.
Because I'm a molecular geneticist.
Well, I'm not even sure. Everybody else is clapping. Okay, so tell me what that, because I count on my fingers. I know nothing about genes.
Being male or being female is a developmental process. You can't go backwards. Okay. So you can't change your sex. Like, you cannot do that. And the truth is that currently in California prisons in other parts of the country, women are getting impregnated by other women. And there's just no way that, I mean, this is against the UN. After World War II, there was like I don't remember what body came up with this statute, but it was against, I believe it was The Hague. You cannot house female prisoners with male prisoners. And that's happening today. And it's not in the news. It's not in the common news. Okay. But I know about it.
So that's the argument for, I just want to make sure I'm clear about this. So your argument is because you have domain-specific expertise as a molecular geneticist, and then the legal component of that is you're grounding that in your experience of what a man is and what a woman is.
Yeah. I'm sorry, this bothers me so much.
Well, that's why we're talking about it.
Yeah, I know, my heart pounds, and I go to the women's changing room at my gym, and there's a dude in there, he's putting on makeup and hoop earrings. And this is not something a woman does when she goes to work out. And it's frightening. What am I going to do?
Well, so I know nothing about what happens in women's rooms. So that's the behavior is not common in women's rooms?
No, nor do women beat each other to death, but men do. And it's so sad that women have internalized misogyny to the point where the man's comfort takes precedence over the woman's safety. There's a reason why they don't want to be in men's prisons, because men beat each other to death. Women don't do that.
Yeah, so I usually don't subscribe to those types of generalizations about people, but hey, in this case right here, I understand the point that she's making, which is that generally speaking here, men tend to be more prone to being violent with each other than women. Now, that doesn't mean that women aren't violent with each other, because we see that happen all the time. But, hey, men tend to escalate things quite a bit, right? Into, fist fighting and stuff like that. Okay, but what she's saying here, did you notice how she almost broke down? Okay, it looked like she almost had a panic attack over what is going on in our society and the narrative that is being pushed that you can change your, gender or sex or whatever you want to call it. Because we know that according to the left, they're both the same. You know, the same thing that they tried to smear right-wingers as ignorant for saying. The left has just come out of the closet and said, look, no, we just mean that trans women are actually real women, which means they are biological women and we must treat them as biological women, the same way we treat biological women. However, as a molecular biologist would know and understand, this doesn't make any sense, right? Not only from a scientific perspective, but from a common sense perspective. And I know that what is probably bothering this woman the most is the fact that she has colleagues that are directly in the field that she's in or in the medical field, which, you know, hey, the medical field really is an extension of that, because all of medicine is based on molecular biology and genetics and what they do. I'm pretty sure she's probably extremely upset with some of the stories that we've heard about how some of these doctors and hospitals and medical professionals, well, so-called medical professionals, are going along with this woke gender ideology, because she knows as a molecular geneticist that this is not grounded in any real biology. Okay, she knows that sex and gender is biological, that there's biological functionality to everything about us as human beings. Okay, there's a reason why gender roles exist. Okay, there's a biological functionality to them. Okay, that's just how it goes. And you have a molecular geneticist here basically telling you that you can't change these things. This is in your DNA. You can't change what's in your DNA. That's what you was born with. But you have medical professionals who are supposed to know that stuff, going against what they were taught in school, right? You spent all this time learning in school just to go against what you was taught because you want to be woke. You don't want to be called a bigot. You don't want to be called transphobic. And the result of that is that you have these medical professionals, partly because it's profitable, partly because they don't want to be called bigots, they're choosing to perform certain procedures or give hormones and therapies to children. Because for whatever reason, they believe that, you know, hey, it's possible they was born in the wrong body, right? So you got to give them hormones that don't belong to their body and hope that it makes it feel better. Most of the time, it doesn't make them feel better. But we're told that, hey, we're bad people for pointing that out and saying, hey, I'm not even sure if this stuff is working. Maybe we should just wait till they're 18, right? Just let them wait till they're 18, okay? But again, I definitely understand where this woman's coming from. I can definitely understand if I was somebody that was in the field, because it's frustrating enough from a common sense perspective, right? I'm not a biologist, so I only can give you a very limited understanding of the biology, but most of what I'm saying is common sense. But from a political perspective, it is frustrating, okay? From a common sense perspective, it is frustrating. I can only imagine how frustrating it is from a scientific perspective. Somebody who studied this stuff, right? Who understands more than just basic biology, and you have to listen to your colleagues go along with this nonsense that has negative externalities that, quite honestly, are 100% preventable. We simply don't have to have it, right? But instead, we do have to deal with it because we've lost common sense, right? Common sense is not as common as it used to be. It's just not, right? So I definitely understand where this molecular geneticist is coming from. I thought that clip was powerful, how she almost broke down in tears over, you know, the fact that this is actually a thing in society. And I'm pretty sure it's not just her that's feeling that way about what we're seeing nowadays. But let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.